Hello, and thank you for joining me. Remember Me is a learning app that searches, creates, saves, and practices. This is Sam. She lives in St. Louis and leads a very busy life at work and at home. She's constantly looking up new information on her phone. Sam is always looking for new ways to improve herself, personally and professionally. Learning new information stimulates her mind. She likes to take the unknown as a challenge. Sam needs a way to search and create her own definitions, save them for future references, and then practice them. We believe by creating an app that has the ability to search or create unique, annotated definitions and then viewing them in a sorted feed, Sam will be able to manage new content better. The prototype Remember Me is a vocabulary learning application that focuses on how to manage and add definitions with a feed of sorted definitions, quizzes, and notifications. Two of the most important features is 1, the ability to create a unique definition, and 2, search for a definition. From here, I established a user flow that would both lead to the Sam annotation screen and then ultimately the save button for viewing later. Another important feature is the sorting functionality. There are 2 sorting features, one by categories known as decks, and the second chronologically, alphabetically, and randomly. I first started sketching out ideas on how to manage and add content. Once content is sorted in the desired way, you can quiz yourself or browse selected content. My first prototype really focused on the navigation from the home page. The highlighted pink shows how to view a saved definition and edit it. The highlighted purple shows how to create a definition from search results. The highlighted green shows how to create a deck or a unique definition. The highlighted blue shows a settings page where you can set daily notifications. I had very consistent results while conducting my usability tests. The main objective taken away was that the browse should be renamed to Home, since all of the main features are here. I learned it is also more familiar to put settings on a profile page and to keep buttons very clear. My second prototype, I started to minimize the features and making the buttons very clear illustrations. I located the settings on the profile page and changed the name of the browse button to Home. The home page's main functionality is sorting the content. The first sorting button is at the top, viewing either the deck or the definitions. The second set of sorting buttons is how you want to list the saved content, alphabetically, chronologically, or at random. These are the steps to create a new definition. Option number 1 is searching the internet and then highlighting what you want to save and giving it context with annotations. Option number 2 would be to create a unique definition with desired annotations. On the quiz screen, the main objective taken away was not to duplicate information that has already been selected and making sure buttons are obvious. As you can see here, the quizzes are very straightforward. This is just the beginning in developing Remember Me. In the next prototype, I would like to develop the quiz feature and do more usability testing. Bring the app from a low fidelity prototype to a high fidelity prototype, and develop secondary features on the 4 main pages. The pros and cons I've learned while developing Remember Me are: some of the pros include usability tests are key to developing the next iterations of prototypes. Listening to the users think out loud during usability tests can really give guidance to a cohesive navigation that is familiar. Keep in mind the scope of your app and let the guide and let this guide your user flow. And the cons would be don't get caught up in details in early stages of sketching. Think more in terms of how you want the features to connect. Taking detailed notes in interviews is crucial. Don't use random icons. And that concludes the first phase of Remembering Me. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me.